The following is a completely true story based on actual events. However, many of the names have been changed in order to protect the guilty. Stay tuned.
So it's July the 3rd, 2013. I'm just hours away from being completely released from my doctor's care to come all the way home after heart transplant. I'm so excited, but as I'm sitting there talking to my main transplant cardiologist, Dr. Jose Talaj, I'm basically asking him, along my coordinator, questions like, when should I call you? When is it important to call my team? That's a question we all like to answer, things we all like to discuss, and by the way, most cases we all suggest to one another, call your team. So I'm asking the specifics of that. When are the best times to call you? When should I call? When shouldn't I call? That sort of thing. And his general answer is, if you have any concerns, any worries, any cares, anything that bothers you, don't hesitate. Please give me a call. Then he paused, kind of gave me a funny look, and he said, however, Mr. Merle, there's one time I don't ever want you to call. Don't even consider it. As far as I'm concerned, my number doesn't exist. You don't know my name. Never call me. And I looked at him very funny, I'm sure, kind of wondering exactly what he was talking about. And he went on to explain that he had an older gentleman who was a patient of his who he had transplanted several years before. And he said that after that guy got home, it'd been 6 or 7 weeks post-transplant. This guy gets home, and Dr. Talaj said it was on Christmas Day. It happened to also be on a Sunday. He said his pager went off. His pager went nuts. He grabbed the phone, called the hospital up to check and see what was needed. They said, you need to call Mr. Bob, and you need to call him right now. His wife said it's an emergency. Of course, he does that. He calls this guy at home, gets his wife on the phone. She's in a panic. Dr. Lodge said, I was beside myself. I didn't really know what to think. I'm trying to calm her down. I'm trying to ask her, what's going on? What happened? What do you need? All of that. He's really concerned. This is one of his favorite patients, so he says. So he's going through all of this. He finally gets her calmed down enough, and he asks her, what happened? Just breathe. Tell me what's going on. She said, oh, it's awful. It's terrible. We don't know what to do. He's in pain. And she goes on to describe all these things. Finally, he gets her a little bit calmer than that. He said, just stop. Tell me what's happening. Just tell me what's happening. She said, well, here it is. She said, I'm pretty sure, at least we're pretty sure, he has a hemorrhoid. Yeah. He said he actually got that call on Christmas Day on a Sunday at 5 a.m. in the morning from Mr. Bob and his wife. And he said, Jim, never, ever call me if that happens to you. I think we pretty much get that. Otherwise, he said, feel free to call. Stay stronger, friends.